Alrighty. Welcome back to more Earl and Cheese. It's me, Cheese. It's more Minecraft. You know what's happening. Funny story, I was trying to actually get this whole thing going earlier.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Hey, Miner! Welcome. Happy New Year! It's good to see you here on the New Year, or almost on the New Year. We got, 4 more hours of New Year. But yeah, God, I was trying to get this whole thing together, and, oh my gosh. Number one, I have a massive headache. Not massive, it was worse earlier. It's gotten a little bit better. I took some, ibuprofen. And then, I don't know, my sinuses all started acting up, like, for no reason. Like, now, my nose is all stuffy. Am I getting sick? I don't know. But then, I went to go get on the computer, go start up the stream, and lo and behold, just like everything is broken. I go to start the stream up, and the drivers aren't up to date. I go and log into Streamlabs, and Streamlabs, it starts up like it's the first time I've opened it. And it's like, would you like to create a new profile and everything? And I'm like, no, I'd like my I'd like my stuff back, man.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so it was this whole thing, blah blah. I don't know. I was really worried I was gonna have to rebuild the whole setup. But then, come to find out, it was just logged out, and I had to go back through, and I had to figure it all out. And then, like, the authenticator, I forgot that I used my Google Authenticator app to set up my Streamlabs profile. So, I finally figured it out. I finally got it all back online. And then I went to go stream, and then it was erroring out, and it was saying, your drivers are out of date. So I had to go update my NVIDIA drivers. Found out that my Windows computer, hey, a little tiddly bit for you, because right now it's it's December 31st, 2025, at the end of the year. And Windows is not supporting Windows 10 for much longer. They are already like rolling out, like basically they're stopping support for Windows 10, so it's all gonna be Windows 11. And if you have a Windows 10 computer and you want to continue support, you have to go in and manually enroll in another year of support until like October of next year, and then they will give you updates. So that was what was going on. My computer was just out of date because they had, it went out of, they stopped updating, and I had to manually enroll myself in more updates. Stupid. It was all stupid. Restart my computer, everything has come back online. So, here we are. And this brings us to now. Yeah, I am so sorry. It was just a whole headache. I still have a bit of a headache. We're going to chill out today. We're going to chill out, and we're going to have a chill little Minecraft stream. Let me actually scoot a little bit closer. All right. Let's just hope this all goes out, goes off without a hitch, whatever the saying is. Let's just hope this works. Let's just hope this all works. Oh man. It's just been crazy. Oh, you know what? I was about to forget something. Hang on. And now we have sound bites. There we go. And now I can do this. Oh. What? What? How's it? Is it not working? Hello? Hang on. Why is this not working? Let's try this. There we go. Oh, that's funny. Windows. Let's just talk about Windows. The old startup sound. What does Dr. Phil have to say about all this shit?
All women are sluts.
Oh my god, Dr. Phil! Dr. Phil, you can't say that. Oh my god. Bro, you can't say that kind of shit. That's not appropriate.
OMFG.
I know, right? Can you believe he said that? This guy's a maniac. He says some off-kilter shit.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you.
Dr. Phil, holy shit. Somebody needs to cancel that guy. Somebody needs to take that guy off the air. No more Dr. Phil. Maybe we have a good Rickyism to go with that. We have any knowledge from Ricky? From Trailer Park Boys?
Holy fuck, they do exist. There's one of those shit-covered sticky whores right there.
Okay. Thanks, Ricky. Thank you for that wonderful knowledge. I have way too much fun sometimes. I really do. Like, what does the Magic Conch have to say about this whole situation? Magic Conch, how are you looking? How is this whole situation looking to you?
No.
Okay. Never mind. Magic Conch does not want anything to do with this situation. I don't blame her. Or it. I don't know. Designation for the Magic Conch. Okay, so we've made it. We made it into the Minecraft world. And I'm already here. I forgot that I was actually already here. So I have a bit of a project that I'm working on, guys. And actually, I want to see something. Can't I? How do I see? Hang on. How do I see my potion effects? I thought I could see my potion effects in here, but I guess it's not. Okay. Well, either way. So I have a large project that I've been working on lately. A very large project. Here, I'll tell you what. Let's just go up. While I'm talking about it, we'll just start ascending. So, you see it here before you. We are here in the mines, in the quarry. Now, I'll actually go ahead and just do this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Oh, you can't see it from that way. Let's look up this way. And there you go. So there's Bedrock, and there's the sky. There's the ceiling. So we have a massive hole. This is just a massive, massive hole in the ground. Not really any more complicated than that. But we are trying to kind of excavate in a smart way in this massive hole. Now, what's funny is this is the original bedrock layer. So originally, this was how far the world went down, and this was bedrock. And then now, that's bedrock all the way down there. Actually, past that. That's actually... It's even further down. It's hard to see from here. There you go. So yeah, it's a massive hole, and it's gotten even larger since the world size increased. So the whole point, obviously, the whole point behind this whole thing was for mainly just stone. Building Cheeseville and all of these structures that I built, I've used an immense amount of stone brick in a lot of this stuff. And then just cobblestone in general for a ton of things, not to mention all the andesite and the diorite and the granite and gravel for things. I mean, and then all the different resources that I've also pulled from this mine. So I've used, all this whole quarry that you see here, this whole open area, I've excavated it all and used pretty much all of these resources, like all of this stuff that you see gone in here, has pretty much all been used. Bar, there's still maybe some left in some chests or whatever, but and then all this deep slate here, I've used a lot of deep slate for a lot of things as well. So here, tell you what, we'll just go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the top, but while I'm going, I'm going to tell you about what's going on. So this is a new thing in the middle. If you've seen the quarry before, you might actually be, kind of wondering, what is this structure here? I've got this new kind of structure right here in the middle. I am taking out the railway. So here we are at the top. It's kind of crazy. Here, I'll float up so you can see kind of the scale of this thing. It's a massive, massive hole in the ground. I mean, look at this. Massive. It's crazy. It goes so far down, and it's quite large now. It has actually gotten considerably larger from when it first began. You know what I mean? Like, it's just continued to spread out. And unfortunately, it's going to have to just be, it's not going to have much further out that I can go, because the farthest reach is going to be, right over here to that edge, and then right over here. Like, I kind of made this quarry in a bad spot. I'm not going to lie. Like, looking back now, I'm like, this is not the best spot. But that being said, I mean, I can always figure out something else to do with this whole massive hole. This whole massive hole. I just said that. But yeah, so besides me complaining about...
Just fill it up and start over again.
Just fill it up and start over. I love that. Just put everything back. Put it all back in. That'd be so funny. I could just level Cheeseville and take all the blocks and just put them all back. But so one thing about massive quarries and mining in general that I'm sure all of you Minecrafters know if you played this game. When you're mining around, and especially as you get lower down, you start encountering lava. And lava sucks. It's hot, and it hurts you, and it burns things. And it burned through about a third of all of this scaffolding not too long ago. I'll actually... Yeah, good old lava. I'll actually show you what happened here. It's right about down here. I was mining up, excuse me, a new section of deep slate because I need more deep slate. And right here, you can actually see where I panicked and I had to throw deep slate back on here because on the other side of all this, underneath all this, is a whole bunch of lava. And I mined into it right up in here somewhere, and it all started pouring out, and all started catching fire. And as soon as one of them broke, it all started breaking, and a large amount of the scaffolding came down, and I had to replace it all, which was very fun. That's sarcasm, by the way. And it led me to realize something, which is I have a massive amount of lava that's
Damn
around.
Loudly crying.
Yeah, it sucked. But even down here, you can see there's actually some lava right down here, right in this pocket, not too far from the quarry and everything. And so I guess my idea is this: at some point, I'm gonna have to, as I'm mining, I'm gonna have to move all this lava, or risk just having to throw it all away, basically. But I don't want to waste lava. Lava is a pretty good resource. It has a lot of different uses. It can be used for a lot of building things. I mean, there's plenty of stuff you can do with lava, and it's fuel. You can use it for fuel. So what I did is this. Here, let me go ahead and just go all the way down here. So this is a giant fuel cell, basically. So I have put all of the lava that I am, finding in these caves into these little kind of, what would you call them? Like trenches on the sides that are also accessible from in here. So you can actually get into here and take lava out through here. See, I can just like grab a bucket of lava, and then equally so, I can put it back. I can fill this back in. And this is massive. It goes all the way up to the the top of that, to the overworld or whatever, to the what I'm trying to say. So that being said, I can slowly drain out all the lava that's around this kind of quarry and contain it in this lava cell, and then come back for it later if I need it without just getting rid of it. Like I just don't want to just get rid of it. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste all the lava. Now, one might argue that lava is now infinite because you can generate it, and you can also go to the Nether and get lava. I'll tell you two things. Number one, generating lava takes forever. Sure, it's infinite, and sure you can get a lot of it. But you also need iron to make the cauldrons to collect all the lava in, which is a little bit expensive. If you have the iron, then obviously it's not too big of a deal. But for someone like me, try to conserve stuff like that. The way that I see it is, I can just put the lava down in this reservoir, and I can just keep building kind of this fuel cell, if you will, and I can just save all of this lava for later if I need it later, instead of just wasting it. So here's the perfect instance. So here's another area where I kind of popped into. And my fire resistance is gone, but that's fine because I don't think I'm going to be getting into the lava anytime soon again. Well, you know what? Actually, I say that. I might actually have to do that. But either way, I'll just have to come back. I found this lava here that's already obviously way too close to the mine. So this is going to have to go. I'm going to have to empty all this lava out. And actually, while I'm doing this too, I cannot forget, I need to go ahead and make sure there's torches back here. And then what's crazy is past this little 3x3 cobblestone piece right here is just a whole lava river. Just a huge river of lava that goes all the way back through this mountain or this, whatever. And there's just so much lava. So I just said, screw it. I'm not going to go that far back right now. I at least maybe want to make one more little section out. And I'll get to that later on. But for now, I want to section it off here and then go ahead and continue just cleaning up all this lava. So all I'm doing is just going through and just grabbing it. And I hope I have plenty of space in my inventory to hold all this. So we're just going to grab all this lava, slowly draining it out of this area. And then move it down to the fuel cell. And boom. Look, so this whole area right here that you see right now, this whole spot, I think filled up to just about here. I mean, actually a little bit taller, I don't know. It was all lava. So we've now drained it all out, or for the most part, a lot of this lava's been drained out. Let's go ahead and get the last 3 buckets. I see some back here still. Okay. And cool. Now I know there's lava still back through here. There's actually a spot like kind of underneath this, I think. Is it down here? Yeah, right over here, where I had another scare where lava was up here and started to pour out. And so I'm going to have to make sure that that's all drained as well. But yeah, a lot of buckets and going back and forth. And you know what? It's funny. I have a technical mod pack that has like drains and stuff, but it really just does not. It's not intuitive for this kind of what I'm doing. I think I'm just kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I just do things weird, I think, is what it is. I'm just not a normal person. And, yeah, I'm always trying to do something that just doesn't really make... I feel like most people would be like, why are you doing this? I don't know. I'm just different. I'm built different. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, number one, it's kind of satisfying to kind of slowly fill in this big lava moat. And then the other thing that's cool is it's going to look badass when it's got a lot of lava. It's going to look really cool when it's got all this lava in it, and you can see it through these little glass panes. And it's going to provide some cool light too, you know, really kind of light up the whole, you know, quarry down here. And especially whenever I don't have vibrant visuals turned on right now, but if I did, I know lava looks like super nice and with the vibrant visuals. All right, we should be good. We should be good. I'll go ahead and go back up. What's faster? Is it faster? I guess I'll just do this. Oh, is that gonna work? Sometimes it doesn't want to work. Sometimes it lags out, and then I die. Oh god. See. Doesn't this look so surreal, though? It looks so weird. The inside of this giant building, and then you get up to here. Kind of trippy, honestly, if you ask me. I don't know. It's like very liminal. Feels like a Star Wars scene or something, or like Backrooms, or some weird like just a massive structure, you know, that feels like it's too big. You know, like the proportions are just like too big. You know, it's like it's one of those things where sometimes, you know, you think like, I don't think us humans, as smart as we are and mighty and headstrong, I don't think our brains, like physiologically, like somewhere in our brain, how it's made up, I don't think we were made to see things like with this massive of a scope. You know what I mean? It just kind of boggles the mind. It just makes you like really, you're like in awe a little bit, and I think that awe is just kind of part of that complexity. Like, how crazy is that? You just can't help yourself but like stare at it. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of this lava. We're really finally starting to see the end of all this lava, which is excellent. Excellent. Nice. Okay. Was that it? Oh. Oh, so nice. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, that's brilliant. Let me go ahead and light this little area up. Yeah, just put a torch right there. That should be perfect. Brilliant. Oh, that's awesome. And I can hear something dying. I can hear something dying in lava, because I know there's more lava around here. Is it over here? More lava this way? No. I hear it. I hear lava. Glub, 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 glub. So there's definitely more lava. Oh, hello. Here, I tell you what. I know how to work. I know how to defend myself against these guys. Come here, slime buddy. Oh, yeah, there he goes. He fell down the hole. That sucks. Well, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and like pop a torch right here too, I guess. I just want to make sure it's lit up and there's no monsters that are going to start coming out at me. We should be good here. Okie dokie. Fantastic. So we got that lava out. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to mine down, I think from like here. We're going to start excavating out these areas down instead of up like I was doing. And drain all that lava that's still down there. Alright, let's go ahead and fall down this way. Alright, let's just do that when we get down there. And there we go. Perfect! Oh, I get better and better every time. And sometimes I kill myself by accident. Alright, new layer of lava. And it's funny, I was looking online too, and I'll tell you this much. This design for the lava and everything, completely original. And I don't mean to brag or anything, but it's just funny how much, you know, kind of information online is not accurate. Like, there's still people online that believe that you can take two lava sources and make infinite lava, which is not the case. And a lot of people are wondering, like, how to store it, you know, because, you know, it doesn't fill in like water or whatever. And I kind of just found that this is the easiest way to do it. You know, just kind of make like a rim of lava, you know, just like trenches of lava that you can slowly fill in layer by layer. And then it's easy to get to as well. I say that some of these spots behind like the staircases, I didn't make the staircase extremely easy to get around. I mean, I guess you could still get like back to that or whatever. You could still get to it maybe from over here or something. I don't know. But either way, I mean, it's really just for placement and everything. I don't even know. And if I have to, obviously, if I'm going to get lava, I'll just start from the top and drain the lava out, and I can always just remove layers of these slabs if I have to get to everything. Well, all right. Yeah, let's go ahead and get over here. So this is really it, by the way. This is all I really wanted to work on today. Like I said, I just want to chill out. I really just wanted to chill out. My head hurts. And I need to, like, I need to figure out the quarry first. I need to get the quarry in sorts and make sure everything is, you know, hunky-dory here. Before I, you know, really start going back to my other projects, because I need to get deep slate. I need to make sure I have a way to get all this deep slate. By the way, let's go ahead and... Well, you know what? No. I said I was going to do this, so let's do this the proper way. Let's head all the way up here. And let's go ahead and finish off this little section right here. And we're just going to dig down in this whole layer. Alright, go ahead and get our bearings straight. Man, I don't know why I have such a headache today. You know what I should be doing is making sure I drink water. Hydrating. I think possibly it's just because, ooh, some gold. Today was just like kind of dumb. Luckily, I'm off tomorrow from work, which I'm super happy about. But today, I don't know. It was like it started out as such an easy day, and I thought it was going to go so well. And that was my first mistake because I assumed that, stuff. And man, excuse me. As soon as I did so, obviously, everything went to shit. And it was just like, I go to my first customer or whatever, my first ticket. And it's like, I have to go behind. Oh, hello. I found lava. But it's like, had this job where not everything was done properly. I had to go kind of behind someone, and that's never fun, right? You don't have to go behind people. But then, finished up that, and that's fine. Everything's working. Then I go to my next job, and what do you know? Oh, I fell down a hole. Same thing. I have to go behind somebody else and fix their mistakes. And then what's funny is then they're asking me, hey, can you cancel that ticket out because, it's going to come back on me, like as a repeat, as a, like I was just out there and they were still having problems. But I get out there and it's because he didn't check everything. Not everything was checked. There was something else going on that he didn't account for, which is fine. But I'm like, bro, I can't just cancel this out because it is not like a nothing burger. Like there was something wrong and you didn't catch it. And that's something that I don't like to do. I don't want to have to be like the babysitter or like the fun police or whatever. But I don't know. I'm all about I'm going to do things the proper way. I'm going to do things the correct channel because, it's not for me to say, I'm going to do my job to the T as best as I can. Not only to cover my behind, but also, like kind of ensure that the customer is getting the service that they're supposed to be getting, as far as like what the company intends them to get. If I'm going above and beyond, or not, but like if I'm going out of my way to do something for the customer and it's like out of the scope of the company, I mean, it's going to make the company look bad if they don't reciprocate that every time. We need silk touch. We just want the looting, or fortune. I mean, fortune, and it all fell down there. All right, I gotta go down there in a second. All right, well, very nice. We were able to clear out this section. And then we'll go ahead and head down there and I need to get more scaffolding and everything. Cool. Feels good. All right, we'll start heading down this way. Make sure this magnet is kind of catching these items as we go down. I have a magnetic pickaxe, by the way. I don't know if I've really explained that before. Let's see. It's floaty and magnetic. I think it's because if I hit enemies with this, they'll float or something like that. I don't want to do it to that guy. Maybe if I find a slime, I'll try it on a slime. But yeah, kind of cool. Oh, excuse me. Let's throw all this in the chest. You too. And then, yeah, we need some scaffolding. My best friend, as you can tell, I like scaffolding. Wait, what am I doing? Honestly, I only like scaffolding because of this. Like, the only reason I'm using it like this is so I can ascend and descend really easily. And then I can also, like, get on a layer, and I can walk over to a certain part, and I can get this full wall. You know what I mean? I have it very, I have it planned out for a reason. You know what I mean? Also, what is this? That's weird. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. So this is all I'm doing. We're just going to kind of build out the rest of this scaffold. Oh, as I fall down it. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. And I just line this thing with torches. Just a whole crap ton of torches. Just to make sure that it's, all extremely lit up. As I fill this whole thing up with glass or with lava, though, I think I'm going to start taking out torches from around, around the outside, just like Slim Shady was talking about. But hopefully that'll kind of free up. I think the only thing about torches is they have that little smoke animation that plays and everything, and that little flame, and that'll take more processing power, obviously. So if I can eliminate more torches, that'd be nice, but they're doing their jobs for right now, The lesser of two evils. Okay, so now what we do is this. So on this side, it's connected up on the frame. This side is framed up. This side, not so much. So we're going to do a temporary frame on both sides. I'm going to bring this up here, like so. Okay. And same with this one. Boom. So that'll add stability right over here. Now for the fun part. Now, hope and pray that I break this and not everything gets destroyed. Alright. Brilliant. It did not get destroyed. So now, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Break this. And that. And that. Same with this over here. Okay. 1, 2. That should be it, right? Hang on. Yep, we are so good. We are so good. Cool. Okay, so we have now connected up another section of the whatchamacallit, the quarry. All the way down, all the way up. Very nice. Now for this part, this will be the next section, and there's gold right here. It's pretty cool. So we're all good here, right? Yeah. Perfect. Go ahead and start with this one. Now, with this one, we're going to implement... excuse me. We'll just do the same tactic. Let's do the same tactic we were doing. Oh, there's that gold. We're going to leave this rim for now. Actually, we could go ahead and take out that, and on this side too. Okay. Man, this is the only thing about messing with scaffolding. I get so freaking paranoid when I'm doing all this stuff because I could hit one scaffolding wrong and it all comes down. It's really bad. So let's just be careful. But let's just go ahead and start taking this down layer by layer. And eventually we should reach that lava. Damn. We need a better fortune pickaxe. I still only got 4 gold from those 4 blocks. Or ore deposits, or whatever you want to call them. Also, I love how I'm uncovering these windows. I put the windows in, even though they're, you know, buried in stone. But just because I knew I was going to come back and do this, and I didn't want to have to, like, retroactively add windows. So we're going to slowly uncover some windows. Not Microsoft. These actually work. Ooh. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good pop. Oh, man, I gotta say, that last job that I had today, though, for work, which, you know, if you don't know, I do, like, telecom. So it's, like, internet installs, people's modems, yada yada. Even though it's because, you know, somebody missed something in the job, I gotta say, it's stuff like that, like, I actually don't mind, because it's I can do it so easy, you know? Like, all it was, so I'll set up the scenario. I'll give you a little insight, how about that, into the day in the life of a cable technician, of a field service technician for a telephone, or a telecom company. And we do cable internet, so it's, you know, cable lines that are fed by fiber optic, fed by fiber, and we can send speeds of up to you know, by like 1.2 gigabytes per second. It's pretty nice, you know. And then we also offer fiber in some areas, and unfortunately DSL in others. So, you know, we do a range of things, but typically I install a lot of cable, what's called cable broadband, so you know, internet over the cable lines. So, you know, customer had installation. They were getting the gigabyte package, which is nice, you know, whole gigabyte download. So, you know, I guess what happened is he gets a self-install. And for whatever reason, I guess he didn't understand that it was a self-install. And so the contractor who came out and hooked him up left him with a self-install package. And he didn't know how to hook it up, but at the same time, left his wires just completely unhooked on the outside. So he wouldn't have never been able to install it in the first place, which is great, you know, for the customer. Looks great for us. So then we have another technician go out there. So he goes out there to double check everything, to ensure the installation, you know, make sure the customer's happy. Well, he goes and hooks it up and finds, you know, obviously no signal. So he hooks up the lines and still no signal. And then he's, you know, hunting around in the attic. Oh, and he goes up in the attic and all the cable lines come up and converge in a point right above the attic access door, which is pretty typical. You know, in a house that has multiple outlets for like cable access or even something like phone access or whatever. And same can be said with, you know, power outlets. I mean, like, all these outlets that you have in your phone are just the end of a cable, if you will. And that cable has to go somewhere. So a lot of times, you know, you'll have a spot in your house where these cables will converge. If you have an attic space, a lot of times they'll be run up there. If you have a more modern house, sometimes they'll have an actual kind of like a box in, say, like a closet or the boiler room, like in the basement or something, where all the wires are pulled into a box. And it's like a telecom box. And then sometimes they all are what's called, I think it's called a house run, where all the wires are just ran all the way to the outside. And then you look on the outside and there's just like 7 wires that all come out in the same spot. So either way, his cable run was in from the side of the house into the attic, and then from the attic through into the rest of the house, which is all good and fine. I'm looking around, and I guess back to the previous technician real quick. So he was, in the attic, found this split up there, and what it was is originally these lines were ran by DirecTV. Now, it's all coax cable, RG6 radio grade cable, so we can use it just the same. If DirecTV runs cable lines through a house, as long as it's up to code, with the right kind of cable that we can use, as long as it's like viable cable, we can just usually just change out the connectors, verify the signal strength, and use the same cable because it's all made the same way. It's all standard radio grade cable. Same can be said with phone line. If phone line's ran by one company, another company comes along and they have permission to use that cable, then they will, because phone line is phone line. I mean, for the most part, unless it's like super cheap or crappy or old or whatever. But either way. So, DirecTV had ran these wires, these cable lines, through the attic, through the house and everything at one point. And when we get there, or when this previous technician got there, there was still splitters in the attic connecting these lines up between the previous DirecTV equipment. So you have lines coming from one side of the house and then hitting a splitter and then splitting off and going to all the different rooms. And that's just standard satellite TV, DirecTV kind of installation. That's how it goes, right? But the thing is, these splitters are made to work with DirecTV. They're made to work with their signal. They're not really meant to. I'm going to go down and deposit this stuff. They're not really meant to work with the same transmission that we use. So if we hook up to a splitter from DirecTV and we try to run our line through it, it's not going to work, or it's not going to work the same way. So he sees that, and he knows enough to know, hey, that's not supposed to be there. We don't need that there anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that and put what's called a barrel in place. Now, all that is basically a cable adapter. If you want to think of it in terms of sometimes it's easier to think in terms of what's called male and female. You have a male plug and a female socket, because nerds, and that's all they can think of. But that it pretty accurately describes it. The male connector fits in the female socket. So what do you do if you have two male sides? You have two connectors. You would need two sockets that would couple it, is what it's called. You couple the wires. So you need something in between to act as like a bridge, to bridge that connection. So what we have is called a barrel. It's literally that. It's two female connectors, and they're called F-type connectors, radio grade connectors, F-type. It's all jargon, But either way, so it's it looks like a barrel. It's like a tiny little piece of metal that has the connectors on both sides, and it like the screw-on type, and you screw both sides together, and it couples that connection and it bridges that gap. So he took out the splitter, put in a barrel instead, and completed the connection from the line from the outside through the barrel, in the attic, through that wire going to the dude's bedroom, to the modem where he wants the modem. Okay, good. Connection made, right? So he wraps it up, Modem comes online, and so he's like, "Cool, okay, peace out." So he heads out of there. But here's where it gets technical. If it wasn't already technical, right? So the customer calls back in because now they're online, right? They can connect to the internet. They can make a connection. But they're trying to use the internet, and it's super, super slow. Ungodly slow. He's like, some of my speed ranges were in the kilobytes. You know, like just barely trudging along. So obviously something's still wrong. So I go out there and I'm doing some investigation. And one of the simplest ways to investigate a cable problem, any sort of transmission problem, is you start at the end where the problem is, or the beginning. Either way, you can start at either end. You start at the beginning or the end, and then you go to the other side and you see, okay, now what do I have on this side? So in my case, I went to the beginning and I looked behind the modem and I saw the transmission, and I was looking at the cable signal level, you know, the level of the cable signal as it got to the modem. And I was able to verify, yeah, it kind of looks like crap. The signal was inconsistent. It had what's called error rates, which means that every now and again the transmission would be corrupted and it wouldn't come down the line properly, so it would lose information, losing data. And then on top of that, we look for the transmission power, what's called the upstream power level. And the upstream power level was insane. It was super high. So it was really, the modem was basically, to explain it away, the modem was really trying to push information back up the line and trying to make a connection back to the servers, basically. What's called the CMTS, you know, which connects the modem to the internet. So it's trying to make a connection back to the CMTS, and something's in the way, and something's impeding it. So it's straining itself, and it's like, and it's pushing as much power as it can, just trying to push the signal down the line so it can get back to the server. So something's wrong. Something is in between, you know, the source on the side of the road where we connect up, and the modem that's impeding that signal. So, you know, last technician already went out there, found that one splitter, and took that out. So that's out of the mix. So I get out there. I check behind the modem. Like I said, inconsistent signal, error rates, really, really high transmission. Okay, let's go check it on the side of the building, on the side of the house. So we go out to the side of the house, I go out to the side of the house, and I check it out there. And what do you know? The signal level on the side of the house is excellent. It's perfect. The response is great. There's no errors. I didn't see a single error come through while I was testing. And the transmission was right on point. So, in the way that I test is I have a meter that hooks up to the line. And basically the meter acts as a modem. It can kind of pretend to be a modem, if you will, and transmit on the line just like a modem would. So it tricks kind of the CMTS into thinking it's a modem, and it's transmitting, and it's reading that transmission in real time, and, you know, acting as a modem would act and telling you what the problems that you're, you know, facing and where they might lie and everything. So I'm on the outside of the house, and the meter's connecting just fine, and the transmission is just fine. So that means that everything from the side of the house back to the road, back to the, you know, our service is just fine. So it's something in between the side of the house and the modem. Come to find out, he has a second garage or attic access in the garage. So I was like, cool, okay, let me get up in there. So I go up in the attic access, and I walk up the stairs, the attic access stairs, get up to the top, and I look over, and lo and behold, right there is the wire coming from the outside, coming up out of the wall into the attic, and straight into a DirecTV splitter, right there, still hooked up. and then the lines from the DirecTV splitter going back to the house, back to the modem. So there's a DirecTV splitter there. So easy peasy. Found the splitter, put a barrel in, and I bridged the connection through it, removing the splitter from the mix. I get back to the area where the modem is, and I check the line again. Boom. Response is good. Boom. Transmission is back to where it should be. Boom. No errors on the line. We hook his modem back up, test his signal. There you go. Check it out. Boom. 1 gigabyte per second coming through. His transmission is good. Everything is good. He's back online. He's playing his video games. We are good to go. And all it took was just a little bit of diagnostics and just checking on both sides and seeing, okay, I'm good here, but I'm not good here. So the problem has to be in between. Now, if I had gotten all the way back to the road, to the pole, where, we have what's called a tap at the top of the pole, and I gotten up there, and I checked it there, and I was still getting the same problem, then it would be a maintenance issue, and I would have to call someone out to come out there with a bucket truck, and they'd have to come test the amplifiers and test the taps and everything and make sure that, the transmission there is fine. And that would be a whole different story. But it was inside the customer's house. It was all inside the customer's house. There was no problem outside. There was no problem with his equipment. There was no problem with the modem. Like, the modem wasn't broken or malfunctioning. It was simply just, just a mistake on the. It was just an oversight, really. If you want to get down to brass tacks, it was just an oversight. But unfortunately, I feel like it could have been avoided, and it sucks that it still had to happen. The customer had to deal with all that and everything, but luckily, it was all taken care of. So, and that is my story for the day. Sometimes that's just my job, just kind of putting out fires. Sometimes things happen, and customers get irate, and people are upset because, they're not getting the service that they're paying for, and they think that we're a whole bunch of lazy idiots. You have to go out there and just kind of do your due diligence, check everything. Just make sure that, you mind your P's and Q's, and I don't know, be realistic. I make it work. Also, this Hepatizon pickaxe is, man, I feel like I just fixed this thing, and it's already losing power or whatever, Also, there was supposed to be lava here. Is there not lava here anymore? If there's not lava here, then that's fine. Less lava, less problems. Maybe I actually capped it all up. Maybe it was literally just one block of lava. It might have actually just been a single block of lava that I've already covered up, and I didn't even think about it. I didn't even realize it. It all happened so fast. When I was out here, I was just mining up, like an idiot. And then lava started pouring down on me. And then I went to go stop it, and I think I put the block in the wrong part. And instead of blocking the fall, I put the block underneath the fall, and it hit it, and then it just went out and, spread even further. Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at it now, and maybe I did mess up and just put a block down, and I didn't actually contain it. I just kind of blocked it off, or I just destroyed the block. But that's fine. You know what? That's perfectly fine. Because now we have another completed section. And so much deep slate. I mean, so much deep slate. That's so excellent. So let's do this. That was actually my main goal, was just to get like a whole bunch of deep slate, because I've been needing a whole bunch of deep slate. Yeah, look at all that deep slate. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go ahead and put it in here. Well, nope, never mind. Let's just put, I've got 3 stacks. Let's just go ahead and put 3 stacks in there. I know I need deep slate, but you know, I can make a little bit of room and go ahead and fix this. Cool. Wait, no, I'll just leave that in there. Here. That's whatever. Okay. Now let's go ahead and kind of finish up this little area of scaffolding that I made right here. See, I have this whole section still. But luckily with scaffolding, I love this functionality of scaffolding. This is another reason that I love using this. So see how I blocked it off on both sides below these corners of the structure, the scaffolding structure. So those are going to be the anchor points for these columns that I'm building, for all of these little legs, you know, to fix onto. But instead of having to manually place each one, blah, 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 all the way up or whatever, what I can do is just go to the bottom right here. And check that out. I can just right click at the bottom, and it stacks them up automatically. It's so freaking nice. Some of my favorite features with this stuff. So I can just do this. Just sit here and right click. Hold right click. Boom. And that's it. It has gone to the max. So see, I can't place any more now. So let's go ahead and bridge over to here and place this last one. And then there we go. And we just let that ride. Boom. And there we go. That's it. That's the full column right there. Go ahead and place a couple little torches. And now to get some more scaffolding. Yeah, why not? Sure. I don't care. Also, we now have lava on this level. So now that I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and take out these torches, actually. All the torches that are, like, surrounding the lava cell. We no longer need these. Because that lava in here is now providing adequate light. And we'll just take the torches back. Use them for something else. Cool. It does seem a little bit dark down here, though, I've noticed. So maybe what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put a couple torches on the corners. Just for a little bit of extra light. Just because I really just don't want any monsters to spawn down here, especially not like a creeper or something. That would be detrimental. Creeper spawns, explodes on me, blows up half my scaffolding. That'd be a bad day. That'd be a. I'm gonna go ahead and get off and stop the stream day. Stop the stream. Go cry. Oh yeah, I can just do this. All right. So we'll go ahead and just keep on building our way around. And then I will go ahead and put torches in up here. Okay. Next level. Man, I love this kind of stuff. I love like practical builds. Like I don't know, it's just like I don't know, like the construction aspect of it, like the this is more like what you would see, I don't know, with like a building being built or something, like all the scaffolding or whatnot. Oh shit. I mean, maybe at some point I'll actually take, I don't know. At some point I'm thinking about taking down the scaffolding and then using this space for, something else. I just don't know what. That'd be a good idea for a video. What do I do with a giant hole in the ground? Let me know in the comments. Guys, I have a massive hole in my Minecraft world. Now what do I do with it? Tell me in the comments. Buy my merch. Just kidding, I don't have any merch. I'm not cool enough. They wouldn't let me into the merch. Into the Cool Kid merch store. Cool Kid merch making academy. I don't know. Maybe one day. I mean, if I was going to make merch, you better believe it's going to be like pretty dang cool. Pretty. I don't know. It's going to be something sweet. Like, I don't know. If I did merch, it's not, I wouldn't want to do like the exact same thing as everyone else. Like, I think I would have to make something kind of cool. I don't know. I don't even know. I'd have to think about it. But once again, I don't think I've reached that status yet at all. Merch making status. What merch would I even make? The EC symbol? The little EC? Okay. Oh. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and do this and wait. Can I? Oh, come on. Come on, dude. Are you? Oh, ouch. Come on over here. Bye-bye. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately this is a slime chunk, which makes things that much more difficult. Alright. There we go. And then now break this. Pop one down. Break these. And rinse and repeat. Oh my gosh. I am a master Minecrafter. Look at me go. Look at these building skills. I done did it. I done diddly did it. Alright, so now, yeah, let's just head to the bottom. And, well, you know what? Is there any more lava? Like, immediately around here? I mean, I think I don't think there's any more in this general vicinity. And what's the next spot that I'm gonna excavate? I think it would be, well, we just did this, yeah. So it would be this section right here. So this will be the next little section to excavate down into. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I need to worry about that then. So let's do this. Oh, excuse me. I'll fall down all the way here. And put away the scaffolding. Put away this. Buckets. Crap, we need to consult. Okay, we have 3 in the utility bundle. That's fine. That's fine. I guess, yeah, we'll just leave all the rest of this here then. All the rest of these buckets. So, hello, Mr. Frog. Let's grab all of the deep slate. All of it. Every last bit of deep slate. Go ahead and throw these buckets up here. Okie dokie. Yep, okay, that's everything. And what else do we want? What else do we want to grab? The gold, the lapis, the tuff, the andesite. And then cobblestone. Alright, and that leaves... I don't think that we're forgetting anything, right? Oh! There's some deep slate right here. There. I'm so anal. I'm sorry. But there we go. Alright, I'm all sorted up. All sorted up. Cool thing is we just have this chest down here as an extra. I got one in my pocket. So we can always come down here and use this chest instead of having to plop one down. Makes things easy. I want to have a inner chest in just about every location, honestly. But I need more. Need to make more. Alright. Well, there we go. So that's about it right there. So now we have this fuel cell. So, you know, I mean, obviously you didn't get to see me construct this thing, but I built this whole fuel cell just to contain all that lava. It took me a while. I had to deconstruct the entire rail network that was going down here. I had like a wooden railway that was just snaking all the way down through here in a spiral. And that's all gone. All gone. Here's the remnants right here. Where it comes in. And it used to just go all the way down. Big spiral. Now what we're going to do is, this is just going to be an end of the line terminal. I'm going to take this section of rails out at some point. Bring it all the way back here. And this is just going to be a terminal all the way out here. And then maybe I'll have just like a path, like a actual path that leads out here to the that main structure. And then we'll have, like, I'm thinking off to the side somewhere, we'll just do bubble elevators. I'll just have bubble elevators going up and down. Make it a lot easier. Alright, and we got a minecart. feels good to use the minecart system. I don't get to use it super often because I'm always out and about and everything, and this only is around Mount Gunther. But it's nice. It's nice, and I'm so glad that I made this rail network all the way back then, because it just comes in so handy with these excursions to the quarry. And I go through this little terminal right here that we have, and we're on our way. I need to redesign that terminal. Honestly, make it a little bit more user-friendly. I did redesign this little spot right here, this little terminal in here. Because when I redesign headquarters, you know, this whole castle, I took out all this and, you know, just removed the original stuff, and then I never put it back for the longest time, and then finally I was like, screw it, I needed some sort of terminal. So I just did this little platform real quick. And it works. You can get the buttons right here. So cart comes up, get out, and then when you want to get back in, it's tilted, and then you just hit the button, activates the power rails, and you go down, and then out. Easy peasy. So let's go ahead and just put all this stuff away. Where do I have my lapis? Is it here? It is. Oh, you know what? Let's put the cobblestone away first, or the cobbled deep slate, or whatever, because it's filling my inventory. All right. And then tough. Put the tough away. Put that tough away. And then what, andesite? And cobble. And then how many blocks do we get? 7. Very nice. 7 more blocks of lapis. Alright, and then where's our... Yep, here's our raw gold. Go ahead and make another block. Oh, that's not how you make blocks. It's like that. We have so many blocks of raw copper, it's crazy. And a lot of raw iron too, honestly. Just not much gold. Gold is so rare sometimes. Alright, man, that was nice. It only took us an hour and a half to do all that crap. Well, what else is there that I wanted to do? Let's go back to Jacobsville real quick. We might be actually good right now. As far as... Oh, that's right. That's what I was working on. We were working on this. And then we also found this tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the mountain. And, yep. That's the original secret tunnel from Jacob. Which is crazy. It's crazy that I found that. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't really want to do a build right now, because I mean, I only really want to go for like an hour and a half. We'll leave that for another day. I guess I really don't need any deep slate out here right now. I think I've got everything out here pretty much done. It's kind of crazy. Like, come up here, and yeah, everything's been transformed. Like deep slate roofs over there, deep slate, everything is deep slate, And then just this old building. Just this old building right here that's wood. So let's actually do this. Let's go to Cheeseville. It's been a minute. Okay. We are in the walls of Cheeseville. Also, it's probably been a minute since most of you have seen the actual like interior of the walls and everything. Look at all the snails. Oh my gosh. But we do have a whole wall that that seals off Cheeseville. It's kind of massive. And it's kind of funny, like you know, I feel like the scope of this build is another one of those things where it's like, it always baffles me just how much is actually over here. Like, look at this place. This is a whole town. One whole town. It's all contained within a wall. Giant wall. Now, obviously, as far as Minecraft's concerned, it's probably not the most impressive thing. There's a lot more impressive ones out there, but I don't know. This was just such a fun project, you know, making a whole walled city. Oh, hello. You know what? Where are you? Where'd you go? Did he die? Did he die? Huh. I think he died, but he died somewhere else. Like he teleported and died somewhere else. That sucks. Alright, this is what I really wanted to do. Map room. Okay. We have our giant map room. And I came down here because I think our next project is going to be, we need sand. We need sand, and we need it badly. And a lot of it. A lot of sand. Now, I want to kind of isolate where I'm getting this sand from, you know? Like, I don't want to strip out a beach. I don't want it to look ugly. I mean, here would be a nice place to get sand from. There's a giant dune right here, but I also just don't want to make it look gross, you know? So there is a massive amount of sand right here. All right here. Directly, I guess that'd be north, so south of East Village. If we get into East Village, and then we take this path right here that comes out and goes this way and come around the rift and go due south from the tip of the rift, we'll get right to here. And yeah, there's a huge dune right here that we could draw sand from. I think I might do that, because otherwise there's sand over here towards the lake, but it's Miner's Lake. I don't want to disrupt kind of how the lake looks. And I don't want to get any of the sand from the sandbars around here. I mean, this dune would be another good one to possibly harvest from, because it kind of extends inland a little bit. That'd be a cool project. Maybe try to just take all of that out and replace it with dirt or something and make it look better. But other than that, yeah, see, here's that pocket of sand right here. Now, there's another pocket of sand. There's a lot down here in this, like, kind of pseudo-desert thing. But other than that, there's really not much else. I don't have any big desert biomes except for down, I think, over here. Like, once you go down, like, if we come over here, this is the Copper Sea right here. Copper Island's right there. Copper Sea right here. And then right below it, I think if you go down a little bit, it's like right down in this region, kind of southwest of everything, there's a big desert area. So I just want to go all the way down there. That'd be cool to revisit though. Also, I always forget about these little islands. Look at these little tiny islands out here. Like this one. This one has trees on it. And then somewhere over here is an ocean monument. Yes. Right there. That's the tip top of an ocean monument. I think there's actually one over here as well. Where? No? I thought there was one over here. I know there's an ocean monument at least somewhere. Somewhere over in this general vicinity. But either way. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and go back out. Go to East Village. As long as it's not dark. Is it dark? It is dark, of course. Just sleep under the trees. I actually love this little section right here in Cheeseville. There's just this tiny little woodsy area right here that's so pretty, and I have the portal here. But then you head out this way, and it's just all, you know, buildings and stuff. And then you have a little bit of woods over here. Not woods, but you have, you know, you have trees and stuff on the villager housing. All right. Enough dilly-dally. Let's go to East Village. East Village. Hello. Oh, excuse me. All right, we'll wait for that to load a little bit. All right, we should be good. So we'll go through East Village. Excuse me. Ooh, I don't know if you guys have seen the new buildings. I think I did this on stream. Where I redid the this originally was just 2 houses on either side, and I remodeled them and I added a space in between. Oh god, I keep forgetting about that. And there's this stair set now. It goes down like this, and there's even more villager housing now. Down here and down here, and I don't know. I like this little entranceway that I made. I just feel like it's, you know, quite elegant. It looks nice. This is like just, you know, a nice little set of apartments over here. And then I kind of like this little like pseudo window thing. It's like tiny little windows, and they're actually under the porch. Right under here. But the angle that you look at them at, you know, you can still see the sky, and you can still get light through it, you know, so. Either way, let's go down here, around the outside, and to the back entrance. And here we are, the back entrance of East Village, where no one ever goes. The mangrove trees. The one mangrove tree. Let's go ahead and eat a little bit. I forgot about these guys, just still here, ungrown. It's kind of crazy. All right. And then here we are. So this is where I stopped the path because I didn't have anywhere else to go. But we have our giant rift right here. And yeah, if we just hang straight, if we go straight south, you know what? Let's fly. Let's fly. Yep, there it is. There's our desert. Or, not desert, but sand. There's all of our sand. So I'm thinking about just clearing all of this sand. We have so much sand. Wow, I didn't even realize how much sand there was. So it's all right here. There's actually a little bit of sand over yonder. Is that just... Yeah, this is just from a pond or... Yeah, just whatever this is. Oh, another big depression. There's also some sand right here. And I'm going to go ahead and skim this top layer. Just grab this little tiny bit of sand that's here. You know what I didn't do? Is freaking empty out my my damn ender chest, because I'm an idiot. Because why would I do that? Why would I make my life easier at all? Oh, my battery. Bitter-dunk. Alright. Yeah, so let's go back this way. And just start harvesting.
Happy New Year's Eve. Less than 3.
Happy New Year's Eve to you too, Clip. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight? Having a good New Year so far? Or New Year's Eve? Alright, here we go. And we start. Look at all that sand. Look at all those turtles. Or chickens. I don't know why I said turtles. Because I'm an idiot. Alright. Get this top layer. I have my, efficiency 4 shovel. With unbreaking 3. Just goes forever. And look at this speed that it digs at. Look at this. Ungodly. It's insane. Absolutely insane. We will probably fill up pretty quick on sand. And I think if I just fill up like my inventory with sand, I will be golden, like, for a long time.
What is your favorite Minecraft noise?
My favorite Minecraft noise. I would definitely have to say it's probably a tie between like the villager noises, which I can show you right now. I think it's just this. Hang on. Yep. And then this. And then this. There you go.
Oh.
That's my favorite noises right there. Especially the I do that all the time, like in real life. I don't know, I just think it's funny. I love the villagers. Like, they are literally one of my favorite things ever. They're so wholesome, and they're just doing their little jobs, and you build them houses, and they actually sleep in them. And it's like, man, it's just so cool. And then, you know, like, they don't, you know, you could name them and stuff and whatnot, but it's not like Sims where, like, they're super complex and, like, you have to do all these things. Like, they just need a bed and other villagers to hang out with, and they're good, man. not even other villagers. Sometimes you can just have a lone villager just hanging out somewhere. And as long as he's got his job block and he's staying occupied, he's just chilling. They just wake up in the morning, they go to work, and then they hang out a little bit, and they chat with other villagers. They get their jobs done, they go on home, and that's their lives. And I can totally relate to that. But yeah, I love the villagers. They're probably one of my favorite things brought to Minecraft probably ever, because they run a very good line between like NPCs that have like immense amounts of dialogue and
Are
backstory.
there villages in the Nether now?
You can transport them there. There's no villagers there natively though, but you can actually put villagers in the Nether. Obviously, you know, they're very squishy, so they probably they die very easily.
Was that a hamster?
Was that a hamster? I think it's a guinea pig. He's a guinea pig. Look at him. Look at his cute little face. Yep. He's making a little sound. Yeah, I've got all sorts of mobs. I've got flamingos. And there's like butterflies, and there's a duck over there. They're all part of the naturalist mod, I think is what it is. So yeah, pretty cool. I love the add-ons. That's another thing about the about Minecraft that they've done is, you know, adding in the add-ons now. I will say having to pay for them is bogus, because I grew up where you could just download mods and just add them in. But I will say maybe it's best that the creators are getting paid, because it used to be, you know, it was all just done either for fun, or, you know, like they would be like asking for a donation or something. You know, you would donate to them if you liked it enough, but not everybody did that, obviously. And so now it's kind of forcing the hand of the players, of the gamers and everything, to actually buy these mods to use them on Bedrock. And then I have to buy them anyway to use them on Bedrock, to use on the realms. I think there's ways maybe around it, but to be honest, I feel like it's probably just best, especially with my luck, that I just comply and I just buy them instead of trying to like make a workaround, because I feel like if I did it, then it would just be broken all the time, and then no one would be able to use them. But if I buy it all and it's broken, then I can at least blame somebody. But no, I can you know, I don't know. I just feel like I have more luck if it's not me solely responsible for, you know, like mods working or whatever. Like, you know, if it's done by Mojang and Microsoft, then hopefully it's a little bit more consistent. So, you know, I don't love paying for mods, but I will say if the money is going to the creators, and if they work, and if my friends can use them, and I'm not having to like worry about freaking client side, server side mods and configuring them and all that kind of stuff, and it's just, you know, and then like I don't have to worry about updating, you know, between versions or whatever, and possibly things breaking because the update didn't work or whatever. It's just the peace of mind knowing that I can just, that the mods are just gonna work one way or another. Why is there a torch here? I just put a torch right there for some reason. Alright, yeah, let's keep on digging. We'll keep on trucking. I'm just gonna kind of slowly, chunk by chunk, just kind of dig this out like this. No real rhyme or reason. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get this whole section and fit it in my pockets. But I'll get as much as I can carry. because I need a lot of glass. I'm gonna need a lot of glass. I've got a lot of glass I'm gonna need for, villager housing and stuff like that, and personal builds. I've got an idea for eventually enclosing honey gardens in glass. That would be dope. A giant glass dome all the way around honey gardens. I think that'd be super badass. And I'd love to do that, but I'm going to need tons of glass. And then, like down the line, I'd love to do something like an aquarium. I think I was talking to you about that clip. Doing like a zoo. And then subsequently like an aquarium somewhere. And either way, zoo or aquarium, I'm going to need glass for all the windows and everything. So, here we are.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all coming up. Down the road.
This sand doesn't all go to waste.
No, this is all being used. Which is why I came out here, because this is just a giant sandbar that's kind of more or less in the middle of nowhere. So I'm just gonna use, I'm gonna strip as much of this sand out of here, and then maybe I'll come back and actually replace it with dirt, so that it looks more natural. But for right now, oh, ouch! Why'd I do that? I was so close to not dying. Either way. But yeah, I just need all this sand. There's really no other way to do it. And then you can't really make sand in game. I think I have a mod that actually you can somehow automate it to where you can get sand from like dirt or something, but I've looked at the process, or sand from gravel or something like that. I've looked at the process and it's pretty time consuming and arduous. And this just seems so much more, immediate. I can come back, I can terraform this, and I can put dirt back in or something and make it look a little bit better. But in all honesty, I really just want all this sand out of here for projects. Alright, we have almost filled up our inventory. We have almost filled up our entire inventory with sand, which is excellent. That is exactly what I wanted to do. And then, yeah, we'll start wrapping it up kind of soon. It is getting a little bit late. I only wanted to go for about 2 hours. And then, it'll be about 10 o'clock, which would be great, because we're just going to hang out and, Clip, what are you doing for the new year? Are you staying up?
Okay, less than 3. I'm ahead to the gym. Less
you going
than
to the
3.
Gym? Are you gonna wait for the drop or anything? Are you gonna stay up for the new year? Oh crap! God, there's already fireworks going on outside.
What drop?
The ball drop for at Times Square. Or they do like a couple. I think we're here in Georgia, so I think they do like the peach drop or something like that. But I know in New York they do the in New York City they do the big ball drop where they count down to the new year.
No, I don't care about that.
Oh, okay, just wondering. I mean, we don't super care about it either, but we're gonna stay up and we might try to put on the ball drop, and we just want to stay up until midnight and then celebrate. It's New Year, and I don't know. That's about it. Maybe have like a just tiny little celebration of our own. I know when I was a kid, I used to when New Year's came, it was like a tradition of ours. Like right when midnight struck, and if we were still up and everything, and we hadn't fallen asleep, we would rush outside and we'd take our pots and pans, all the big pots and pans from the kitchen, and we'd run outside with the pots and pans and go bang, 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 and we just bang them and go Happy New Year, bang, 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 Happy New Year, and that's just what we used to do, just make a whole bunch of noise. I mean, as a small child, it was awesome. I loved it.
That's a crazy thing to do. Were the cops called?
No, cops don't care. No, not on New Year. New Year hits and everyone's screaming. Everyone's screaming.
LUL.
Yeah, cop. You just go outside and Happy New Year, and you just we just bang around. Or I mean, there's people firing off fireworks right now. I can hear them in the distance. It's not even. I mean, it's 10, so there's 2 more hours. But, and I don't know. I mean, I know you live in a bigger city, so maybe there's more ordinances or something. I mean, where I live, I feel like it you know, it's not a small area by any means, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it just depends on the area too. All right, let's go back to headquarters. And then again, too, like, I don't know, maybe it's up to your neighbors as well. Like, we live in a neighborhood, you know, and there's kids there and everything. And, you know, we had kind of room to be goofy and to do all that. But I imagine, like, if you lived in, like a nice apartment complex or neighborhood or whatever, and, like, it's, like, mainly, like, older people, or like people without kids, basically, you know, then you might get some backlash. You might get some unsavory words. All right, look at all that sand. Look at all them chickens. Isn't that wonderful? So wonderful. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and grab, this last little bit of deep slate that was in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put my inventory kind of all back together. Alright. And then that's really about it for tonight. Like I said, I just wanted to keep it kind of brief. Just do a little bit of projects, just get another little stream. Kind of update you on what's going on. Now we have all this cobblestone, and we can go get some more later on because we've cleared out all that lava. And that was the big thing too, was just kind of showing off, you know, I guess kind of the direction I'm going with some of these projects. So, oh, excuse me.
Okay, I'ma go now. Have a good rest of the night. CYA later less than 3.
Okie dokie. Well, you have a good night too, Clip. And a Happy New Year. Hope you have a good one. Hope you have a good time at the gym and everything. And, if anything, I'll probably be on tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow. So, if I see you tomorrow, then see you on the new year. But until the next time, I hope you have a good one. And, thank you again for coming around, man. I appreciate seeing you. Bye, Clip. I'll see you later. And then, I'm going to peace out of here myself, too. But yeah, think, brain. Come on. Yeah, since I've got that cleared out, I can now go back to getting deep slate consistently. And now I have a place to put all this lava. That was the big thing that I was really worrying about with the quarry was, you know, eventually I was going to run out of room in the quarry to mine out because I kept hitting lava, and I can't afford to hit lava, you know, with all the scaffolding and everything because it all burn up. So now I've got a place to put it all, and now I have a system to drain out that lava, and I did drain out quite a bit of lava, which was nice. So I can go back to, you know, mining out these sections of the quarry and get a lot more deep slate and continue some builds. Yeah. Just the same old, same old. Just working towards the projects. I mean, so many projects. It's constant. And I don't know when I'm going to get to the big ones, to be honest. I've got a lot of projects that are just have been on the back burner forever now. But all it takes is just sometimes I just get inspired. And you know, we'll just see when that happens, I guess. But until then, and until the next one, I've been Cheese, and it's been a good stream. Yeah, I'm ready. I've got 2 more hours. I'm going to try to stay awake, which is going to be kind of grueling because I'm already tired. But I'm going to stay awake. Maybe I'll go bake some pots and pans outside on the driveway. So if you're down the road and you hear pots and pans banging at midnight, you might be closer to your favorite streamer than you thought. But either way, it's been fun. It's been real, and it's been real fun. And thank you so much to Clip and Miner for both being here in chat. I love you both, and I always love seeing you. And thank you to anybody else that might have been watching. You guys are awesome. If you're watching later, thank you so much. I hope that 2026 is going to be better. But you will probably already know. So I hope you're either shaking your head or nodding your head. And I hope it's the nodding, not the shaking. But either way, hopefully it'll be better. So, Happy New Year to y'all. I'll see you all in the new year. And that's it. Bye-bye. I'll see you later. Peace.